and make an art piece that tells the story of something that is ultimately invisible on the valley floor, right? And so the series of pieces and all the data that I included are based on conversations with those community members. And the story ultimately comes down to the connection between snowmelt, the way the snow is melting in the mountains surrounding the valley, and then our use of that water on the valley floor, largely tied to agriculture. So over time, the groundwater has been, the aquifer the storage capacity is decreasing, but at the same time, the valley and the community in the valley has banded together to decrease their water usage. They are actually collaborating in a way that has been really effective. But what we're seeing is that things like dust on snow and wind and beetle kill and fire and changes in climate are making it so that despite all of our efforts to decrease our usage, the storage capacity of the aquifer is still declining. And this is because of this big middle part. That's a potato plant. Potatoes are a big part of the San Luis Valley. I'm gonna pretty well. No touching. But essentially, this depicts in the middle that, the snow melts, and this is when the runoff happens. The yellow is when agriculture really needs it, and so even when we have a really good snowmelt year, if the runoff happens before agriculture needs it, we end up pumping a ton of water out of the valley aquifer because there's sort of this misalignment of when the runoff is available, when the snowmelt is available, and when agriculture needs the water. We can no longer predict what's going to happen on the valley floor or how the aquifer is going to respond based on snowmelt because our models aren't working anymore, essentially. And this is the sad story of the communities in the San Luis Valley. So I don't know what else to say. I've been talking about this a lot. Yeah. Doing great.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I would add, and as many of you have heard me say before, is that one of the things I love about this program and the partnership is that in academia, especially as scientists, many times we go to the artist and ask them to support us in our science communication and how to visually convey a message. And so the artist is all too commonly playing the background supporting role for the science. And what I love about this program is that the science gets to support the art and that the spotlight is really put on the artists and on the local communities that are being impacted. So I'm just, again, honored to be a part and to play that supporting role. And Jocelyn needed very little support, and I've just been impressed all around. And the art that we saw today has just been tremendous and really impactful, and thank everyone for participating.